Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching. So today's video I am super excited to do because I am going to be selecting the products that are going to be in my Shop My Stash for the next 2 weeks, and I am actually picking out the products. So here I've already kind of picked out a few things, so I can go over quickly those items with you. So I actually have 4 mascaras. I know that sounds a little bit, I guess, hopeful, but the reason I have 4 is because, firstly, the Too Faced Better Than Love mascara, I picked this one up at TJ Maxx. It's just the Better Than Sex mascara, but I guess they had to change the name for certain countries. I'm not quite sure, but because I recently picked up the Better Than Sex mascara in that kit, it just kind of like inspired me to want to use this one. I also have the Urban Decay Perversion mascara, and this one I used it for the first time yesterday, and I just want to get like my final thoughts gathered on that one. And then these two, this is the Milani Highly Rated and the Essence Lash Princess Volume Mascara. These two I just feel like are getting pretty old, and I want to make sure that they're not dried up. So that's the main reason why I have so many out. Then I have my ColourPop lip gloss in Champagne Mommy. So this one is in my project pan, so it'll always be there. I've been doing absolutely terrible at using this. Nonetheless, let's move on. I also have for bronzer my Essence Luminous Matte Bronzing Powder. This again is in my project pan. Then I have this one. This is fairly new to my collection. This is the Milani Silky Matte Bronzing Powder. I have the shade 01 Sunlight, so I'm wanting just to test this one out a little bit more. Then, of course, I wanted to use my Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer in the shade Baked because I love this one so much, and I think it would be perfect with those more like glam looks for the holidays. Then for powder, I do have my Maybelline Fit Me powder because this is in my project pan. And then I decided I wanted to go ahead and use this brow gel. This is the Almay Brow Styler. I haven't used it in a while. This is just in the shade Clear. And so I'm just wanting to use this one. It's been a while since I've used it. Then also this brow gel. This is from CoverGirl. This is their Easy Breezy Brow. And I have the shade Rich Brown. So I definitely wanted to give this one a go as well. Then this is again with that new set that I got from Urban Decay. This is their Heavy Metal Glitter Liner, and I have the shade Midnight Cowboy. It's just a beautiful like gold color, and I feel like it would be so nice to just kind of like amp up a look. And that's also part of the reason why I wanted to include these Stila Glitter and Glows. So this one is one of the Glitter and Glows, and it's in the shade Kitten Karma. So this is more of like a rose gold shade. And then we have this one, and this one is in the shade Diamond Dust. So it's more of like a silver glitter. So I wanted to include these. I wanted to include the gold one as well, but I figured since I had the glitter liner that would be okay to use those two. Then I thought I might as well include like a black eyeliner just in case. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade 0. Then I do have a couple of brow products here. So I have precisely my brow pencil in the shade 3 in my project pan, but I've been pairing it lately with the shade 4.5, and I've been liking it. So I'm going to use these products for my brows along with my Milani brow pomade in the shade 04 Brunette. Then for concealer, this is the Dream Lumi Touch Highlighting Concealer, and you can see that I'm almost done with it, so I really want to try and finish that one up. Then for setting spray, I'm absolutely loving from Anastasia. This is the Dewy Set setting spray. I really do enjoy this one. I love the packaging as well, so I definitely wanted to include this one. So let's go ahead now and pick out the rest of my makeup. So in here I have basically my primers, but I also do have like a few foundations as well. So I do want to go ahead and pick out primers. So firstly, I include my Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. This is my favorite primer in the entire world, and I just know that it's a product that I can trust. I know that if my face is ever feeling really dry, or maybe I'm gonna pull out a foundation I haven't used in a while, I know that this one will do a great job. So I'm definitely going to include this one. I also really miss this primer. This is from First Aid Beauty. This is the Pores Be Gone Matte Primer, and I really do like this one, and I think it'll be a great primer to pair with the primerizer. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this one out for primer as well. So now for foundations, I do have, like I said, some in here, and then I also have some in the drawer beneath. But I think what I'm going to do is, I absolutely love the Anastasia Luminous Foundation. So I really do want to pull this one out and get some more use out of it. It's just such a beautiful foundation, and it's perfect for this time of year because my skin is a little bit drier. So I'm going to pull this one out. Then for my second foundation, I'm going to pull this one out from Bare Minerals. This is the Bare Pro Performance Wear Liquid Foundation. I have the shade Cashmere 06. I actually found this from TJ Maxx, and so this is a really great foundation from what I can remember. It's just been a little while, and I think this one is more full coverage than the Anastasia one, so this will be great to wear on just like maybe a day that we're having a longer day and I need my makeup to last a little bit longer, so I'll pull this one out. Okay, so for concealer, I feel like I really haven't given this one a whole lot of time. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. I have the shade L900 Classic Beige. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this one out. Like I said, I really haven't given it a lot of attention to really form an opinion on it. I know a lot of people really love it, so this will be the concealer that I use. Everything else I have in here are pretty much just like cream bronzers or liquid blushes. I'm so tired of cream blush right now just because I did use cream blush for my Lash Up My Stash, so I'm really not feeling that right now. So now we have this drawer. And this is my powder drawer and blush. This is just my powders. So for instance, my like setting powders, my bronzers, my blushes, and I have more like bronzer blush over here. So I do have my Maybelline powder, but I do want something else. So I'm definitely going to pull out my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder. I really love this. I did include it in my Best of Beauty 2019 Drugstore Edition. So I'm definitely pulling this one out. And that'll probably be it for powder. I might include a pressed powder. I'll go ahead and include this pressed powder. This is from CoverGirl. This is the Vitalist Healthy Powder. I have the shade 710 Classic Ivory. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this one out. Sometimes I like a pressed powder just to kind of set my T-zone just in case. So I'll pull this one out. So for bronzer, I think I'm good because I have 3 bronzers. I have the new Milani one, I have my Milk Makeup Cream Bronzer, and then I have my Essence Bronzer that's in my Project Pan. So now we can choose blushes. I've been very obsessed with this blush lately. This is from Bare Minerals. This is one of their Gin Nude blushes, and it's in the shade But First Coffee. It's just such a beautiful, like, berry toned blush, and it looks intimidating, but I promise, going in with a light hand, it's the most beautiful blush. So I've really been enjoying this one, so I'm going to include this one, and then possibly my BH Cosmetics blush palette. No. I'm going to include this one, and then I'm going to include this little mini blush set from Jouer. And this is the Rose Gold Blush Duo, and it has these 2 shades, the Marigold and Rose Petal. It looks like this. So I'm going to go ahead and include this one as well. So in here I do have highlighters and lip gloss. So I think what I'm going to do, I definitely want to pull out this one from Fenty Beauty. This is the Diamond Bomb in How Many Carats. So I definitely want to use this one. It's just so beautiful. I used it about a week or so ago, and it was just such a beautiful shimmery, glittery highlighter, but it doesn't emphasize any texture. So I'm definitely going to include this one for sure. I do want to include a cream highlighter as well. This is like my favorite one. This is from Laura Geller. This is the Easy Illuminating Stick, and I have the shade Ballerina. This is just such a beautiful cream highlight, and it's so easy to apply. It doesn't remove any like foundation underneath, so I do want to use this one. So I think I'm going to include my Natasha Denona Super Glow highlighter. I have the shade 01 Fair. So this is what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one as well. This one is from Becca. This is one of the glow glosses. I have the shade Ruby Fire, and I picked this one at TJ Maxx. I think it was part of their like Volcano Goddess collection. So I want to use this. I feel like it's perfect for this time of year. I also do have my ColourPop one if I wanted to use that one. Okay, so I feel like I'm getting way over myself, but that's okay. I'm just having so much fun picking out my products rather than having like a generator pick it out for me. But I want to include these two like glittery top coats. I think they would be super fun for the holidays. So this one is from Laura Geller. This is her Color Luster lip gloss, and I have the shade Diamond Dust. So I want to go ahead and use this one just kind of like as a, you know, lip topper. And then this one is from Dose of Colors, and it's in the shade Brio, I think, or I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure. But this one I thought would be kind of fun too, since it's like that gold reflect. And then I wanted to go ahead and bring out my Persona gloss in the shade Honey. I just absolutely love this gloss. It's such a beautiful nude shade, so I'll go ahead and include this one as well. I do want to use this one. I've only used it one time, and I had a really hard time using it. This is from Fenty Beauty. This is one of her, what is it? This is one of her Stunna lip paints, and it's in the shade Uncensored. It's just this beautiful, like, perfect red for the holidays. And I really love the color so much, and I love, like, the intensity of the color payoff. It's just, it's really hard to use because of the applicator, and it is a very liquidy formula. So I want to try it out and see if I can get it to work for me. So I do want to use this one. I also want to use my MAC Diva lipstick. I just love this one so much. It's such a beautiful color. It's a perfect like berry toned red, and I thought this one would be very fun to use. Okay, and then I do want to include these two liquid lipsticks. So this one is a nude. This is the Persona liquid lipstick in the shade OG. So I do want to include a nude, and this one, it just pairs so well with that Diamond Dust lip topper. This is from Ofra. This is one of their long-lasting liquid lipsticks, and it's in the shade Pasadena. So I do want to include that one as well. Then pretty much the eyeshadow palettes that I want to use are all in this drawer. So I know for sure that I want to use my Anastasia Sultry palette. This did come out last year. Some people are actually finding this at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. It's just such a beautiful color story. The shimmers in here are absolutely stunning. So I definitely want to use this one. And the packaging is just so beautiful. And then I think I might just pick like one more palette. Okay, I think I might also pull out my Dose of Colors Friendcation palette. This was the collaboration with Desi and Katie. And I just haven't used it in a while, and I know the last time I used it, I absolutely loved the shimmer shades in here, so I think I want to pull this one out to use as well. Okay, so this is my bin. It is like completely overflowing. It's so crazy packed, but that's what happens when a makeup lover gets to pick out her makeup for once. But I did go back into my collection, and I needed a primer water, so I chose this one from Smashbox. This is the Photo Finish Centering Citrus Primer Water. This was a collab with Nicole Concilio. It's just like the regular primer waters except scented. And then I did choose a few more products. So these two products are lip liners. So I have one from Essence that's more of like a nude, and then this one from ColourPop. This one is more of like a red to hopefully pair with like that MAC Diva lipstick. And then this is the e.l.f. liquid liner, just in case I wanted to use eyeliner to create a wing or something like that. But other than that, that will complete today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm so excited to film like a holiday look using these products, and I hope that you guys are excited to go through your makeup collection and pick out something for the next 2 weeks. And let me know down below what products you'll be using for your Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve looks. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did like it, please do give it a thumbs up, and please do consider subscribing to my channel as well. And please also leave any video ideas or suggestions that you have in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!